Yeah, come on.
We've been on the road for 2 months and it's been one of the best experiences of our lives. But it can't last forever, and the last show of the Carnival 2002 tour is finally upon us.
Tonight is our last show, and I remember from last year, it is this kind of a sad occasion, because it is like, oh, we've been doing this kind of like every day for like the last month, and all the rehearsals as well. And we've been together with like the band and the dancers and everyone like that. Everyone's been together for like the last month, so it is quite sad when it finishes, because you know you're probably not going to see some of those people again.
I mean, I know for the past couple of days, each one of them is saying how much they've enjoyed the shows. Dancers, everybody, and everybody's getting a bit tearful because it's a final day today.
The last show, everyone's going to be really excited. But it's also going to be a bit sad because it's saying goodbye to everyone that you've been with for sort of 2 months odd.
It's just like this huge bubble that travels from town to town, and everybody's so nice. And that's you know, for me, that's what I always miss most when a tour finishes, is that all of a sudden there's nobody there anymore, and all these mates that you've met, like, you're not going to see them again until the next tour maybe, and then even then, that, you know, they might not be on it.
I'm going to be gutted. I'm going to be absolutely gutted. I really am, because I've got right into the flow of things now.
No, it's been good. It's been good. It's been hard work, but a lot of fun.
When they go down finally tonight and the show's over, I'll definitely have a sense of relief that it's all happened, it's done. The walkway never fell down, you know, everything was safe, everything ran smoothly, and it was a successful tour. But no, I'll be really sad that that show is done and never to be seen again.
For the final time, we're driven to the venue to do our sound check. And while we're all sad at the prospect of the last show, we're also very excited and are finding it hard to take the day's preparations seriously. On the tour, we've played at 10 venues with fantastic crowds at every one. All of the concerts were memorable, and each one for different reasons.
Dublin's always a good gig. The crowd are really good, and it was nice because it only holds 7,000 people. To start the first night off with a small, more intimate crowd was good.
Manchester, probably, I'd say, just because it's the biggest, and it's the most sort of like bowl shape, so it looks really high at the back.
I think playing at Manchester was quite a highlight because it's such a huge crowd.
Wembley was wicked. It was really good atmosphere. You could feel it in the air. It was definitely good atmosphere in Wembley. I did love London and Wembley, I did, and I did like Docklands, but I had a really wicked one in Glasgow.
That's the one, Saturday night Docklands. Yeah, it was just as good as any other venue. It's really good. It's been really good all round, really.
Our schedule on tour has been hectic, with many days of promotion for our single You. Even though this has been hard work, it's made us realise what it is about S Club 7 that we love.
The main bit we love about our job is to be able to get up on stage and perform live, but that is just literally about 2% of our job. The rest of it is doing promotion and travelling and whatever like that. So for us, this is doing what we want to do all the time anyway, but we just don't get a chance to do it that often.
Because we work with the dancers every single day, they know better than most how hard we work.
No, S Club 7 have been fantastic because, you know, we come in the evening, we have a job to do in the show, but we forget, you know, they do a lot of promotions in the day, they do a hell of a lot promoting their new single before the show even starts. And then, you know, they're getting up at 6 in the morning, they're travelling back to London, then coming back to the gig and still giving the most amazing performance.
I have to say I'm very impressed that, you know, in the morning they had TV shows and then came to matinee, done the show in the evening, and the next day then another TV show. I mean, it's amazing how they work. I couldn't do that.
I just don't know how they've done it, really. They are amazing because they've slept on buses and then they're there and then they're back and they're still performing and it's live every night. And I think they've done well, terrifically well.
The crowd begin to fill the arena for the last show and it's time to get ready. But the girls are finding it hard to take their vocal warm-up seriously. Across the corridor, the dancers are also getting ready, but they're not quite so happy.
Oh, very emotional. I am actually feeling quite emotional, but we're all going to love it. Let's just really enjoy it and just store it in our memory banks.
Okay.
Just cry at the end.
Bit sad, if I'm going to be totally honest, like end of the show, the last one, ain't going to see everyone no more. Still keep in contact with everyone, but it's cool. Just going to give 110% today and everyone's just going to do crazy stuff on stage today.
It's showtime and the dancers take their positions for the last time. As the drumming begins, the atmosphere backstage is amazing. Everyone has been feeling emotional about today, but as usual, the musicians can't help joking around. And the crowd seem equally in high spirits.
Oh, it's silent! Let's say we're gonna walk and do this!
We've been doing this for 5 years now, but in the beginning, you got to remember how much some of us wanted it, do you know what I mean? And now when you're there, sometimes you can't take it for granted, do you know what I mean? Because it could be there and gone tomorrow.
They enjoy it, you know, they live it, they sing, they're singing, they're dancing, they're doing everything which what a person who wants to become a pop star or a singer or an actor or a dancer would want to be is on that stage. Jo is going out there like the rock and roll queen, you know, some of the positions she takes on stage, she's into it, she's really into it and she enjoys it and she's always been a singer and it's her natural forte, it's where she belongs. John has regressed vocally as well as performance, but he was always a good performer. He has that natural instinct in him and he's got that training from his past that has travelled with him into his professional career. So he has progressed vocally humongously where he sounds like an angel and sweats like one as well. Rachel is enjoying it, she's challenged by it, and she pushes herself to the limits, and I think she's come a long way, definitely.
Show me your colors, show me, don't break this spell on me, please don't break my heart. Show me your colors, baby, tell me who you really are.
Tina as a dancer, next dancer, I think with the dancers on the show, it has given her that enlightenment to what it was to her to dance in the first place. She sees other dancers behind her, she gets totally pushed. Paul is having a great time out there. I'm working him as I do. I push him as I do, you know. So he's hopefully learned that he has that still, that youth inside of him where he can stay fit, he can be on the stage, he can do what everybody else does. So he's come a long way and he's definitely working hard.
I actually really like doing Good Times now. I've grown to love that song now. I've always loved that song. That's always been one of my favourites. But the routine, it really makes me laugh. We look really silly. We look so stupid.
Come on. Do you feel like the Seven Dwarfs marching off?
Yeah.
Like we should be in little pixie hats or something.
It's tradition on the last night of tours to play pranks on each other. So far, though, tonight, nothing seems to have happened. But if anything does, I'm determined to ignore it.
It always leads me. S Club don't get to know what's going on. They get a feeling because of last tour. We had a gorilla come on when Rachel was singing the solo last time. But this time, so far, we've got a suitcase at the foot of John's piano when he's singing Long and Winding Road. He won't see it, and Paula, who's Priscilla's assistant on choreography, is going to come on and wheel the suitcase off right in the middle of his performance.
Despite the distraction, I just about managed to hold it together. And now with Paula and her suitcase out of the way, I've finished my solo.
Anyway, you'll never know.
But backstage, the next surprise is being plotted, involving all the production team who usually stay well hidden.
We've had a little prank, and Priscilla, the choreographer, and the producer and everyone, they're going to come on stage in outfits and all like wigs and whatever.
Go now, come on.
Hold up.
Come on, guys.
Normally during the dance section, the dancers dress up as if they're in a disco. But tonight, the stage is filled with everyone who's been involved with the tour. As we arrive on stage, it's a great surprise to see all of our friends dancing behind us, especially as the disco section is our favourite part of the show.
My favourite bit is the dance section with dance, 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 bring the house down. I like that bit.
Dance section, dance is, I think, definitely one of the band favourites.
It's like a really cool section, do you know what I mean? Disco. Come up on the DJ box, then you move down to the little dance routine, and everyone comes down, and then it's like, it's explosive.
The only song I've never been bored performing is Dance, Dance, Dance. Like I'm always like fully concentrating on that song because I absolutely love the dance routine's wicked. I love the track, and the audience just go mad for it. So
yeah,
that's definitely my favourite.
It's been very, very intense, but great, because great for our stamina. I don't think we'll ever be fitter than what we are now.
Every night I feel I've got better as a dancer because you improve yourself and every day you get fitter.
Probably this is one of the most tiring, strenuous shows physically.
Yeah.
It's really physically demanding.
It's been one of our best performances of the tour, and before we know it, we're on to the closing section of the show. So, with the catwalk down, it's time to get everyone on their feet.
I mean, as a whole, as a band, that is our favourite thing. To be up there touring is our favourite thing. Can't beat that, you know.
It is quite cool when you're on stage as well, and you just know that nearly all the people in the audience would love to trade places with you and be standing up there. So I think that's quite a cool feeling as well.
It's nice that the parents are walking away from it as well, really enjoying it, because I can imagine it being a bit of a drag for parents. It's like, oh, God, go to the 60th Club concert. But then they actually end up getting into it more so than the kids do. So everyone ends up leaving and everyone's had a good time.
You feel joy thinking you've worked hard and it's got a good result and everybody's happy and the fans are happy if they scream. And at the end of every show, I see mothers, children, fathers, brothers, nephews, uncles, all singing and dancing like it is a carnival. Then I feel we have achieved exactly what we set out to do.
And backstage, the dancers are already celebrating. But back on the catwalk, the moment has finally arrived. We've reached the end of our concert and the whole tour. It's time to say goodbye for the last time, and we leave with a song that has always been a crowd favourite.
We want to see those hands, by the way. See your hands, all right? I want to see you clapping those hands. I want to see you stomping those feet. Oh, yeah. Please put your hands together for Mr. Simon Ellis.
Thank you very much. You make it happen. You're the reason why we're here. Take care. Thank you.
This is one memory we'll treasure for the rest of our lives. And hopefully we'll be back next year with something even bigger.
That's it, it's over, done, never to be done again. All parts of the stage disappear, it'll never be put back the same again, which is kind of cool, I like that, but at the same time it's a little bit sad.
As long as the show kept changing and changing and changing and changing, I could go on and on and on. You know what I mean?
To see them tour again would be cool. I can't see it happening for another year or so. We've got a busy year planned, but maybe kind of this time next year to do another tour. By then we'll have, 4 albums, I think, so we'll have loads of songs to choose from, loads of hits to choose from, and just do it all completely, I wouldn't say better or anything, just different.
I think they went out to show people how much they've grown up from the previous tour and where they've come along and how much they've achieved, and they've worked hard for it. So I think they've done that with this show.
To actually sit here now and think, right, the show's run, it's had great reviews, everyone's enjoyed it and loved it, it makes it all worthwhile.
End of the S Club tour. Yeah, it's been good. I hope it's been an insight for you guys to see what goes on from beginning to end of the tour and to see what goes on. It's cool. Hope you enjoyed it.